Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman, and welcome back to one of my auto repair videos. In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove the tamper-proof screws or bolts on the ignition switch assembly on 2003-2007 Honda Accord. Now, the reason they're tamper-proof is because normally they would have no hole or notch that would allow you to use a screwdriver to unscrew it. And they're usually rounded out, but right here you can see that we've already made a notch in it. Now the way to get to these screws is either to take off the top neck cover or to take off the entire steering wheel, which we've done. And if you want to know how to, then I've already done. If you want to know how to take off the steering wheel or the neck cover, I've done videos on those, so go check them out. I'll link them in the description down below. But right now, in order to take off the tamper-proof screws or bolts, you're going to want to take a Dremel, and like I said, you want to make a notch right here. And you may be able to just take a screwdriver and loosen it like that. So, but you can see right now, it's able to be loosened. Now, if that doesn't work, you're going to make a like before, you're going to make a notch, but only on one side, so that, like on this side, you're only going to want to do it on one side, so that you're going to want to take a screwdriver and a hammer, and you're going to want to put the screwdriver on one side, not in the center, but towards the one side, so that you can hammer it. And that should give you enough force to unscrew it. So right now you can see that it's turning around, and after a few knocks you should be able to just unscrew it. So right now, see? And when you unscrew it, you might have to hold on to it to make sure it doesn't fall. And then once it gets loose enough, you can just unscrew it by hand, and there you go. Now that's pretty cool. So when you're taking out the tamper-proof screws or bolts, you might be thinking, so I got this out, now how do I get it back in? Well, you can't get it, I mean, you can get it back in when it's like this, but when you get new tamper-proof screws or bolts at a dealer, they don't usually sell them at hardware stores. They usually have like a cap like this that has a very small connection, so that when you tighten it back in, the cap is gonna break off. So the cap actually has like some sort of way to screw it in, and then after you put it in, the cap is gonna break off, like I said. So now I'm going to take off the second one. Make sure I hold onto the ignition switch. Wait, just wrong way. Make sure you're loosening it the right way. Righty tighty, lefty loose. And ooh, that's pretty cool. I like this. So this goes off just like that. I guess that's just a bracket. So now it's just a matter of unhooking the cables from the ignition switch assembly. So for this one, it's a bit big, but the button is really small. So when you're doing it like this, it might not come off. And what you want to do is you're going to press the button, and you're going to wedge a screwdriver right in between, and just sort of pry it out while you're pushing the button, and just sort of finagle it out. And once you have it out enough, you should be able to just use your hands to pry it out, or not. Just use a screwdriver, and the biggest one is out. Now there are two more, this white one and this green one. They're also simple click switches, so just press the button and separate them. And this one also. That one comes off way easier than the white one. And this is the ignition switch. Alright, so I'm Aiman, and I just showed you how to remove the bolts on a ignition switch assembly on the 2003-2007 Honda Accord. Now, like I said, I've done videos on how to remove the steering wheel and the neck cover, so go check them out if you need to. And I'm also going to do a few more videos on how to remove all the parts in this car, like for example the steering wheel column right here. I've done a few videos on how to remove the steering bag, the airbag, and I guess that's it. I'm Aiman, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I look at other videos on EYeOnAiman, especially the auto repair videos, and I guess I'll see you next time.